What is Harris's biggest accomplishment to date as vice president?
I don't know. I don't feel comfortable doing this anymore.
She was a very good vice president.
That's an interesting question. Getting to vice president.
I have to do more research on her, honestly. I'm just glad to see a woman of color in charge for once. That's it.
I haven't followed her political career that closely.
That's a good one. I don't know.
I don't want to do that.
Well, she might not want to do this, but I would be more than happy to inform you clueless Kamala supporters out there. Y'all know she's a woman of color, right? But what color specifically is that? Because it seems like it flip-flops every single day, depending on whose vote she's pandering to get. One day she's Jamaican man, and the next day she's blackity black. I'm talking Wesley Snipes from the hood. Which one is it? Because she wasn't born in Africa, Jamaica, India, none of those places. She's American. So I don't really understand the identity politics sort of thing. But what I do understand is that she's a serial liar that has burdened us by all that she's been as vice president.
We're in the middle of a crisis caused by this pandemic that is a public health crisis. We're looking at over 220 million Americans who just in the last several months died.
We are in the midst of a public health epidemic that has taken the lives of over 220 million Americans in just the last several months.
What's wrong with you people?
Y'all heard what she said, right? Not once, but twice. And just as an upfront, I did attend public school, so I admit I might not have the best math skills, but last time I checked, 1.2 million is a whole heck of a lot lower than 220 million, as she said. But according to the top 3 Google searches, when you look up COVID deaths, this is what they say. Are those true, or is she being truthful? I think she straight up lied about that. So can you imagine all the other BS that she spewed that has zero truth to it, zero validity? Just think a little deeper than surface level and what Clown News Network and all bull crap and all those media outlets tell you on the headlines. Just think about what she's saying, what the government says versus reality, what's actually going on behind the scenes. But set that over here. Let's just keep it real, y'all. This woman has been riding shotgun right alongside Biden and responsible for the worst executive branch in our 248-year history. And on top of that, ever since she illegitimately became the Democratic candidate a month ago without anybody voting her to be that person, she's been hiding from the media and refusing to answer any important questions. Now, 40 days later, she's done playing hide and seek, except not really, because she can't even do a pre-recorded T-ball level interview with CNN without having to bring a chaperone in her vice president or wannabe vice president. Lord, I hope that doesn't happen. But Tim Walz is right there with her. Not only that, but they got the most weak-kneed fake journalists out there in Dana Bash, whatever her name is. It's all a joke to me, but I'm going to let Judge Janine over at Fox News explain and break everything down. After she's done, let me know what y'all think about this in the comments section. I would love to hear it. Let's get it poppin'.
Kamala's tenure in national politics has been marked by incompetent leadership, policy failures, and embarrassing public events. But that's all about to change. She's agreed to a CNN interview with Dana Bash this Thursday, where we'll be introduced to the new and improved Kamala.
If you talk to Democrats, if you talk to a lot of people who know Kamala Harris, who know her well, they say that she has developed over the last several years, that she is a different person than she was when she made those first gaffes early on in her tenure as vice president, when she was not as exposed.
Being a senator, presidential candidate, and then vice president apparently wasn't enough exposure for us to get to the real Kamala. But this interview isn't going to reveal anything we don't already know about her. Expect this to be purely a puff piece. Politico reported how this process unfolded, starting with the Harris campaign staff, quote, asking reporters who they think she should talk to. And behind the scenes, TV producers from big-name anchors have been calling the campaign to pitch their talent as the person she has to do it with. Now, what might CNN have said to entice Kamala to choose them? Given how their own journalists reacted to the news, we can only guess.
Yes, she is going to now be in a position where she has to answer for some of these reversals on key policy issues. But I think she's also going to use the platform to try to be relatable and try to get more people to really like her, understand her, empathize and connect with her.
There you have it, personality over policies. That's what this CNN interview will be, mixed with an obnoxious amount of flattery.
There has been nobody in our lifetime that has been put in a position in presidential politics like Kamala Harris has in these last 6 weeks. So that's just a fascinating thing to understand about what she's been experiencing. Understanding how she is processing that is going to be an interesting, I think, part of just hearing her in this moment.
And Kamala won't even be doing the interview alone. Her sidekick, Tim Walz, would be there with her, likely because he has no idea what her positions are either. Politico reported that the campaign was worried about sending Walz out on his own because, quote, he might not have a full command of where Harris is on every issue. What better place to learn about what his running mate believes than in a friendly CNN chat? But he's going to be just as disappointed as we are, because we'll learn nothing from this interview about Kamala's real policies.
This president's medieval vanity project called a wall. Let me be very clear. I'm not going to vote for a wall under any circumstances. This issue is about a vanity project for this president. Right. That wall ain't gonna stop them. No.
Well, Kamala has flip-flopped on a lot, and now, to go along with her tough-on-crime persona, she suddenly supports building a wall. You cannot make this up. She pledged to sign Congress's failed border bill into law if she wins, which includes $650 million for the wall. Now, the Harris campaign tried to sweep this under the rug, saying it just extended the timeline to spend the funds that had been appropriated during Trump's last year as president. But, as Axios notes, the legislation has new restrictions to ensure the money is spent on barriers. Now, the Harris campaign knows Kamala's own views are so reprehensible to the public. That's why they have to keep stealing ideas from the Trump campaign. How long before she dons a Make America Great Again hat and starts her rallies with God Bless the USA?
Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, ring the notification bell so you get notified anytime I post a new video. If you like what I'm doing over here and you want to show a little extra love and support, make sure you go check out our website down below in the description section. That way you can get all the awesome shirts that you see me wearing in every single video. They're all made by my smoking hot wife with tons of different designs to choose from. Sizes ranges from itty bitty extra small to big and hefty 5X. I'm sure we got something that you'd like or a great gift for someone that you love. Outside of that, you can always join the Gibson family here on YouTube and become a member by clicking that join button. You can buy me a coffee. You can join the Patreon family. All those links are down below as well. By no means do you have to do any of that. Just showing up and watching my freckle face on your screens for a few minutes, I'm greatly appreciative. I love y'all, and I can't thank you enough for rocking with me throughout the years. Until next time, I'll be praying for you. Godspeed. I'm gone.